Hey, it is Chasey Poo, and today, obviously, this Chasey Poo is my own fucking channel. Today I've decided to change the ambiance, and I'm in the kitchen. I don't know, I made a video earlier today about vegan kitchen that I've been doing, and I thought I would just, I don't know. The light was already in this room, and I didn't want to have to move it to the other room, so let's just, yeah. Today I'm going to be talking to you about internalized transphobia. This is a topic that I think is really interesting to talk about and to just, you know, see how other people feel about this, because it is something that I'm sure a lot of people deal with, especially in the beginning of their transition. So I think we should just dive into it. So what is transphobia? First of all, transphobia is much like homophobia, which is usually like the fear, the irrational fear or hatred of gays and homosexuals. Transphobia is the same. It's the irrational fear and hatred of transgender or transsexual people. So internalized transphobia is when a transgender person actually internalizes that hate and that, you know, that irrational fear of themselves and other trans people. You're probably thinking, like, how does that even work? You're trans, obviously you can't be transphobic. Like, no, that's, you know, it actually works. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of homosexual people, that sounds so weird to say it like that, lots of gay and queer people who have internalized homophobia and might, you know, repress their true identity and their true selves, and or they're, you know, out about being gay, but they're really not cool with the way the society is, you know, portrayed, and they take that portrayal and put it onto themselves in their own society, and for them they don't like it. They don't like the way society views them, and in turn they don't like to view themselves as that as well. And this is the same thing for trans people. So a really great example of this was me in the beginning of my transition. When I first realized that I was trans, when I was about 15 years old, I told myself, this is disgusting. I knew I was trans, but I said, this is disgusting. I can't be trans. People like that are gross. That's not who I am. And I said that for such a long time, like 1 to 2 years. It was just on and off, like, I'm disgusting, I cannot be trans, that lifestyle, that's just, you can't just transition like that, no one can do that. And I took what I knew from society and placed it on myself, which is obviously not the right thing to do. And I mean, that's just a really small example from when I was younger, but if you think about it, I mean, people transition, you know, when they're older, and that transphobia can also be, you know, implied to them as well. If you think about it, no matter at what age you transition, if you heard something negative about trans people, that might actually transcend back into your own life and your own view of your own self. Jesus Christ, can you say own more than once in that fucking sentence? Just think about it this way. I am super out, maybe like 89% of my life I'm out as trans. People know I'm trans, I don't hide it at all. But even at that, I still have definitely some internalized transphobia, only because of all of the negative portrayals I've ever seen in my entire life about trans people, and it sucks. I mean, I think it'll always be there. I mean, I know that it's fine to be trans, hello, like, you know me, and I don't think it's bad at all to be trans, but because of all of these messages, how horrible they were about being trans, it definitely affected me. Oh, no, that's not even a question. It definitely affected me, and the way I saw myself when I was younger, like I told you, and even how I see myself now. I'm out, I'm proud, I'm me, and everything is great, but still, sometimes I actually do question, you know, like, is being trans actually, like, a thing? Is that, like, okay that I'm transitioning? Like, some people don't accept me, I don't really give a fuck about them, but do I really not care about them? Or is it just that I'm just playing this entire facade and putting on a face and a mask that I'm like, I'm okay with it? And I think it's completely normal to have those feelings. And I think being trans is real. I don't think it's disgusting, I don't think it's gross. I think that there's a lot of people who are trans out there who might feel like they're gross, but it's not. And the internalized transphobia, honestly, is directly, in my opinion, obviously, I'm not the voice for the trans community, but for me, it's definitely because of how the media and how people in my life have actually treated trans people. The T word, you know what I mean, the T word has been like spewed out at me multiple times. I don't feel like I have the right to reclaim that word, even though it's been, you know, said to me disgustingly amount of times. But my real point here is just, it's there. And internalized transphobia, as long as there's transphobia in society, there's gonna be internalized transphobia, in my opinion. And that sucks. Really, this really long-winded video, only to say that it's completely normal if you believe that you have a bit of internalized transphobia. I think that no matter how open a society we are, as long as there's a couple transphobic individuals in the world who control the media and control the major outputs of information that we get, there's gonna be transphobia and internalized transphobia no matter what. It sucks, but it's okay. If you feel sometimes like you're a bit transphobic towards yourself and maybe other trans people. I mean, look, you could be transitioning, you could be me. Let's pretend I'm me, but I'm super transphobic against someone else who's transitioning because they're not doing it right, in my opinion. So they're not taking the steps that I took. That could be seen as transphobic. You have one specific model. You know, you need to have bottom surgery, top surgery, hysterectomy. You need to have this, and be 100% stealth. If I believed all of those things, and then I saw this, you know, person that just got top surgery and is completely fine with everybody knowing that they're trans, and I was hating on them, it could be, you know, seen as internalized transphobia. I mean, it's like really like a difference of opinion, but I don't really know where I'm going with this one, but I think that you can, you know, let your imagination run wild and just understand it. I think that's all I have to say about this topic, internalized transphobia. It's very interesting. Thank you for suggesting that video topic. If you have any other topics that you'd like me to do, let me know. You know I like to binge make these videos, so the next couple of videos are going to be in the same room, just different shirt. You know how I do. Love you guys.